Who is this? Who is this? Michael Jordan! Snap through it! Ring the bell! Ring the bell! Alright, so what are we going to call it? Friday Unveil? Friday Flashback? I don't know. We can call it whatever. So, a bit of a Friday afternoon fun one. I am here with Steve and Joey. Say hello. So we're doing just something a little bit, I can always say that. I'm always like, oh, we're just going to do something a little bit different.
As usual.
It just is what it is. So it is 5 o'clock Friday, coronavirus central. But a little bit before that, we ordered...
We have COVID-19. We're being quarantined in this office.
We
for
have
the
not.
past 48 hours.
We have not. So we've got, to be brutally honest, I watched a Gary Vee video about basketball cards or collector cards. And I remembered how much as a kid I loved trading basketball cards at school. And so we got to talking about trading marbles, and I reckon I traded micro machines as well.
I fucking love micro machines.
No, it's just open.
Good.
It's
I
just
fucking
open,
love
mate.
micro machines.
There's only a few words we can't say.
They were the shit.
There's only a few words we can't say, but I'm pretty sure you'll know what they are. Traded micro machines, traded marbles. When I was like 5, living in New South Wales. And then moved to Victoria. True story, I'd never heard of basketball before I moved to Victoria. Never. So New South Wales, rugby, soccer mad. And then we moved to Victoria, and people were like, do you know who Michael Jordan is? And I'm like, I don't know, is he a famous soccer player? And they're like, what? And so then gradually, as you do, change schools, new friends, new group of friends, and get into basketball cards and playing basketball and basketball card trading. So watched the Gary Vee thing and thought, far out, I used to love trading basketball cards at lunchtime, like keen as, folders, the lot. And then I've got one set, but I've kept all my kids' stuff, even though my wife said to throw it out. I kept it all, and now it's come around full circle. So jumped on eBay just to see what they might be worth, because I've got a full folder of Jordans, which I'll bring in for next week, and bought an unboxed set of 91-92 UpperDeck Series 1 basketball cards.
What series do you have at home?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 92-93, but we'll deal with that. Like, there's more available. I reckon we'll buy more. And then it kind of led us to where we're at now, which is the guy said maybe we should do an unboxing, and then I was like, you know what, Friday afternoon would be fun to just like do some random shit video of us doing stuff and chatting and doing whatever. So it arrived in the post today. So here it is. Really well wrapped. It came in Australia Post bag and a whole heap of stuff. But I remember when I was at the basketball card shops, trying to trade cards and buy cards, that I never could afford to buy a full box, because I always wanted to buy like a full box and, you know, get them all brand new, crisp out of the packet, all that sort of stuff.
Well, I mean, there's excitement with opening up like 1 or 2 packets, let alone a whole box.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd be Australian.
Wait, so how many packs are in there?
Actually don't know.
Yeah. Oh, so they're like booster packs, like the old little booster, like little plastic.
Yeah. So you go,
That's
so
the box set.
there's 12 cards per pack. And what have we got? Yeah, it doesn't say. I reckon I remember reading on the listing there was 36 packs. Anyway, so it's still sealed. Like, you can still see it's still got all the original UpperDeck sealing on it. There's no like tape holding it up or anything like that. Like, it's completely originally sealed. So out of this, yeah, this is definitely not the series that I've got. It's the series after this, but that's all good. So out of this, I collected, right before I stopped collecting basketball cards, I traded a lot of my cards for Jordans, just because he was the best player, and I've got some Shaquille O'Neal stuff and early stuff like that as well. But out of this, I'm hoping, I've got a Jordan that's actually on the front of this one here, that one there. I've got that one in my collection, but it's a bit hacked. So for people who don't trade or have never traded cards, they're actually rated. So like a 10 mint condition card is worth more than a 9.5 or a 9 or an 8, and they're all graded all the way through. So if you can get a mint condition card, generally going to be worth more money. So anyway, so rolling this back. So what we're going to do now, obviously we're opening a box that's been sealed since it was produced in 1991 at some point in time. This is an early series box, so it's a series 1 box. So definitely produced in the early half of 1991, I guess. We're going to unbox it and open some packs and see what we get. So yeah, hopefully it's interesting for for someone. It's certainly interesting for me. And then we're going to, yeah, hopefully maybe next week. Here we go. Maybe next week we'll probably live stream this. I think on YouTube, on our Faith Ferguson Group Media YouTube page, and we'll change it up. We'll get some other cool, interesting stuff. See if we can find some more stuff from, you know, older stuff. I feel old. It's not old because I was a kid when this came out, but earlier generation stuff. Oh. You know what it smells like? My dad's got board games from when he was a kid, and it smells like that. It just smells old.
It smells nostalgic.
I'm serious. Smell it. It smells old.
Well, yeah, actually,
it smells like it's
in '96, so that's wow. 5 years older than I am.
Like, it doesn't smell moldy. It just smells old. Like it's been sealed for ages.
Reminds me of Mum's cooking.
Wow. Yeah. So these would sit in a cabinet. Yeah, here we go. So all brand new packs. So these would sit in a glass cabinet with the old lid. Go in there like that, and these would sit in a cabinet like this. And as a kid, you'd go up to the cabinet and you'd spend like 10 minutes talking to your mate about how many different kind of packs you could get for how much money you had. Like when you used to buy lollies by the cent, and you'd speak about, I can get 5 of those, or 3 of those, or 2 of them, or you'd be waiting all day like, yeah, I'm gonna go and buy a pack of like Fleer Ultras for whatever and open it, and I hope I get this card and rah rah rah. Anyway. It's, I'm shaking.
Yeah, missed opportunity not putting a hoop, the cardboard hoop at the top there. I think that's pretty cool.
You don't like the way UpperDeck marketed it?
I mean, like, it's good. It's nice, actually. But
I'm not in on the colour. Like, what's
maroon?
What's the maroon got to do with basketball? Anyway, what do we got here? So, slam dunk, dive to the hoop, crash the boards, NBA action in every pack. Nobody does basketball like UpperDeck. You know, I haven't even checked. I didn't know that UpperDeck produce basketball cards anymore. So obviously someone else does do basketball like UpperDeck now.
Sure. So close up of the packet.
A lovely shade of purple.
Oh, yeah, nice. UpperDeck.
Nobody does basketball like UpperDeck except for now. All right. So the Jordan card in this is worth a little bit of coin, so we're hoping for one of those. I think, don't quote me on it, but I think there may be Shaquille O'Neal rookie, maybe.
Oh, I just rips all the cards.
I just don't want to. Whoops. Oh, that was the Jordan.
Yeah.
You know how long it's been since I opened a deck of cards? Probably Magic card days.
So 2 years ago.
This morning. Alright, so Greg Anthony. So these are the cards. It's a draft card, so we'll have to look and see if he did any good. Oh, I can see something good. Greg Anthony played for the Knicks. So we'll have to have a look into him. Card number 7, that would have been handy if it was the right packet of cards. So card number 7. Yeah, and that's the other cool thing as well. Like, you know that they're real UpperDeck because they've got this cool little hologram on them.
Yeah.
So you can have a look at that. Look at the 90s get up on him as well. All denim. He'd be on trend now. Be totally fashionable.
Yeah.
Look. Totally on trend.
Nice.
Here's his stats. 6'2", kind of short for a basketballer. Not Muggsy Bogues short, but short. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we'll have a look into him. We'll see what's what. The key to these is trying to keep the corners of them the right shape so that they don't get damaged. We've got an All-Stars weekend. Kevin McHale.
Did you buy sleeves?
No, and you know what else I didn't buy that you used to be able to get? You'd spend like half an hour trying to screw down a clamping case to protect the card, and 9 times out of 10 you'd end up clamping the corner of the card, and you'd have to start all over again. So this one here, this is Sean Kemp, collector's choice for the Seattle Supersonics. So he was a big player for them back in the day. Who we got here? Bill Lambert wearing a face mask, sporting the old plastic mask.
For any particular reason?
Byron Scott, probably not fashion, looking at it.
Not fashion.
But no, really not sure. Chris Mullen, so he was actually an interesting bloke as well. I can't remember quite why. I was literally more into the cards than the game. I think it's what actually made me enjoy the game more, was just the trading of the basketball cards and seeing what else I could, sort of get that I thought was of value that someone else didn't understand the value of.
Did you have access to the NBA when you were younger?
No, there's no, in the 90s, no way. No way, none of that. Like I remember when we got Optus for the first time in like 1997 or 1998, and I'm not even sure that had sport on it. You used to have to watch the Premier League soccer games on like SBS. And you still do. All right, so there's pack number 1 open. So I reckon, I'm not sure about the Kemp. Maybe what you could do, Steve, is jump on eBay while we're opening them and search the value of the card, see if any of them are worth anything while we're doing it. So that's 1 pack down. That's some history destroyed. But maybe not. Probably not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Apparently not. Ding! So we all, though, were saying yesterday that we've all collected cards at some point in our life.
It's true.
And you showed me Pokemon cards, which just blew me away because I missed the whole Pokemon craze.
That was on fuck you up, that's for sure.
I was in a Gran Turismo by then and other things. So Morland Wiley from Magic. We're into pack number 2. Should we keep the packs separate, or which? Oh, you know what I should have done? I should keep the packs. I should put them back into it. So Morland Wiley from the Magic. I'm not sure about him. Rick Mahone. Steve Hood, just hanging in the hood. Quinton Daly from the Supersonics. Sherman Douglas. So maybe the 91-92 year wasn't very good, which is why I didn't collect them back in the day. Tony Smith. Reggie Fuse.
Might also be why you picked them up.
Great.
Box for $6.
Yeah, look, it might well be as well. Sean Elliott, that name rings a bell. Little Eccles, Charlie Jones, and what looks like Dwayne Sinusitis rocking the sickest mullet you've seen this side of the 80s. Look at that bad boy. Not only has he got the old snow gear style shirt, hasn't he, but he's got the biggest mullet you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Alright, so they were a rubbish one. That'd be the phone, Reg. Chuck them back in. I reckon that one's going to be, there's going to be a bit of value in that. If not now, maybe at some stage. And that's the thing, a lot of this is all nostalgia. So it's like, yeah, cool, I did this when I was a kid, so let's do it now. Because you can. Alright. I don't know that we're going to sit here through how many packs there are? 36 packs.
Is there 36 in there times 12?
Yeah, mate. So I need to probably open more and talk less, but that would be boring as well. So, alright, another East All-Star Hershey Hawkins. Another Collector's Choice Golden State Warrior checklist with Chris Mullen on the front. You can't read this, stay in school, everyone needs education. That looks like Michael Jordan sitting on the front of that one. And it says in some real cool 90s stuff, if you can read this, you can read this. I've never seen that card before. Stay in school NBA card. It's definitely a Jordan because he's got the title there. Look at the gold. Look at the gold on the handles of the aeroplane seats. Must be like the Bulls private jet. Like, it's real 90s cool. 90s fly.
Very nice.
Got it. Yeah. So that's there's going to be some value in that. I've not seen that card before. And if there's not, I'll be Devo. So Daryl Griffith, Alison Lister. How shattered were you when you opened a pack of cards and you got absolutely nothing that you wanted and you had no more money left to buy
Nothing
any
but
cards? Nothing but. There's another Sean Kemp. This has been a good pack actually. So a few little bits of value. Maybe we should create like a pack with the ones that we want to check the value of. Otherwise I'm going to have to go back through all 36 packs.
Yeah.
So should we keep the value cards out?
Yeah. Why not?
Alright, I'll just do that. That'll do. Let's roll through. What else have we got? What's on for the weekend? You're attending some really unusual thing tomorrow night at 11 p.m.
It's true.
You're going to listen to a little bit more of your man,
Certainly am. Mark Ribier.
Mark Ribier. Give us a shout out, Mark, if you see the video. We'll tag you in it. A bit of Carl Malone. Carl Malone West All-Stars and a Tom Chambers West All-Stars. Whoever Eric Murdoch is. John Paxton. Woo. Paxton from the Chicago Bulls. Grant Long, Andrew Lang, Ricky Schmidt. Oh, Golden Nuggets. Wait a second. Ugly looking uniforms. Kenny Walker. Yeah, so you've got the show on.
Yep. Just a live stream. All about that isolation at the moment.
Oh, yep, so he couldn't travel, so his concert was canned.
Yes, postponed.
Oh, yeah, he said
Canned.
today postponed.
So that's nice.
Not indefinitely.
Depends how the world reacts and how we react.
Well, it's a little bit scary, but I think some of it's a bit panicky as well. I'm not sure that it's all what it's meant to be, but we don't have all the information either, so we'll just keep rocking on, like we always do, like Pokemon. Tom Chambers, Phoenix Sun checklist. I don't know, I feel like because I'm getting one of those in every pack at the moment that maybe they're not quite as special as I anticipated. This card here, however, feels very special.
What's this? That is actually a really cool holographic card.
Detlef Schrempf, never heard of him, so probably not not that valuable, but a cool card. Actually, you know what? I think, is this a sticker?
Oh no, don't tell me that.
No, like the sticker cards. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to pull it off. What's this card say? Indiana Pacer Detlef Schrempf, the winner of the 1991 NBA Sixth Man Award, has demonstrated that starting a game isn't everything. So he's a bench warmer.
Oh, okay.
Or he was a bench warmer. But he's got a cool card, so, that's more than me. So that one, maybe. Again, another one that I haven't seen, but I haven't seen a lot of these in a long time, and your memory gets hazy as you get older. Adrian Colwell. Okay, cool. So that one looks interesting. We'll have a look at that. What about you, Joe? What's going on with you, mate?
On the weekend?
On the weekend.
Probably a lot of sleep.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Sleeping. You can do that, when you die.
A couple of sleep dogs and a couple of drinks and a couple of sleep.
And a couple of sleep.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 sleep actually.
Oh, Clive the Guy Drexler. Woo! No way. That's cool as.
I don't know who the majority of these people are.
Clyde the Glide Drexler. Yeah.
So seeing as you didn't have access to the NBA when you were younger, you used to just collect cards, did you follow it in any other sort of capacity?
I followed the Hornets because I didn't want to be like everyone else and follow the Bulls.
Nice.
Even though I liked Michael Jordan. And I really liked the playoff. So the Hornets back in the day had Muggsy Bogues, Alonzo Mourning, and Steve Johnson. And Muggsy Bogues was tiny, and Steve Johnson was like this huge dude. Yeah, there you go, this Hornets, J.R. Reid. He was like this huge dude, and I just enjoyed the whole playoff of like this tiny little, and he probably wasn't even tiny. I bet he was like 6 foot. Nah, Muggsy Bogues was pretty small. I think he was like 5 foot something. But I enjoyed the playoff of like this really huge dude protecting this tiny little dude while they played basketball.
Yeah.
And then that played really well into NBA Jam. Do you remember NBA Jam on Super Nintendo?
I do, yes.
when, yeah, you could be Muggsy Bogues, and he was this tiny little dude. So yeah, and then Dad went to America with work. He was working for AIG at the time, and bought me back a real shirt, a real singlet. Who's this visiting us? It's Maurice. Oh, you got Winston tonight.
Yeah.
We just got a Larry Bird Collector's Choice card.
Oh shit. Larry Bird was why I started I followed the Celtics.
Yeah, we're just literally going through why I follow the Hornets.
Yeah. So I followed the Hornets when I was a kid.
Oh, fat plastic face masks, man.
I followed the Hornets when I was a kid because my sister gave me Hornets merch.
Yep.
Then I actually watched the NBA.
Who is this? Who is this? Michael Jordan! Snap through with nothing! Ring the bell! Ring the bell!
It should be ringing.
Yeah, we said you could ring the bell if we found a Jordan.
Just do that with it, so that I get that hologram. Yeah.
One, I need to not bend the corners.
Dude, what?
Oh, what the? If I'm not in tomorrow, it's because this card is worth $1 million.
This is like, see you later. I quit.
That is cool. I have not seen that. You know, I have seen that card before, but when I was a kid. So last week.
You lost it.
I'm really a kid. Like, this is still just an excuse to play with stuff that I like as a kid.
This is amazing.
You should have smelt it. Smell the box.
Does it still smell like it should?
If you bend the corner on the card.
Is that 91 or
Doesn't smell it.
There he is. There's Muggsy. Look at him. He's tiny.
Oh wow.
He's a little ripper. And you know what else he was in? He was in Space Jam, wasn't he? Wasn't he in Space Jam and he lost his skills?
Oh,
Yeah, he was.
He was.
He got smashed in the face with
Yeah,
the ball. and he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Little Muggsy dude.
I guys, I will the weekend tomorrow.
You told him, yeah?
This is it right there, so you guys can get started.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Lex is in guy that's not tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Are you gonna bring the big ice?
Yeah.
Okay. Wants to.
Yeah. I'm going to try and record it.
I see.
Yeah. I'm going to try and record it on the computer and then go from there.
You're talking about tonight.
Yeah. There's some experience thing that I can use that does it. But I tried to do it last night, which would have been awesome. Oh, no, the night before, which would have been awesome. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. I'll catch you there, man. All right, a few more. Derek Smith, Danny Young. We've got another Michael Jordan, if you can read this card. So I'm going to say that one's not a rare, given that we've now got it twice in the opening 8 packs. Bill Cartwright, Chicago Bulls. Michael Smith, Ed Pickney. I'm still buzzing about the old hologram style. Oh, Reggie Williams, he was a good one. Hologram style Michael Jordan that we've got that I can add to my collection. All right, so there was not really a lot in that pack. We'll just rip through that one. So, yeah.
I just realised we should have put the lab on that one because that's got a constant recording and this one stopped starting. So we'll have to use the audio from...
The audio on that's not bad anyway.
Yeah, it's not bad, yeah. But next time.
So if you... Oh, there's some more special in this one. So if you collected basketball cards, drop a comment below. And let us know. Oh, there's another bit of special.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what your favourite card was from when you were back as a collector, or maybe you're still a collector now. Oh, it's because I was hoping it's not a rookie card, but it is a little bit of. And here's to you, David Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you should know. But we do have a little. I can see some hologram in the sandwich there.
Holo jam. Nice. Like it.
Bit of
Should
hologram.
coin it.
Oh, and it's a David Robinson hologram.
In a landscape.
In landscape. Kind of like the Autobahn Sundry video.
Nice.
Just in landscape.
Nice. Well played. The testing
Bitchy?
video.
A little bit
The
bitchy.
testing video.
A little bit bitchy.
It's not the real thing.
Actually, do it that way. Yeah, that's how it's done.
It's like
Do you want to do it again with that? Or you already put it away?
I'll find it later and we can put it up on Instagram.
We'll do one shot of all of the hologram cards right at the end.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Bit of cut. Oh, Hakeem! This is a good pack. We've got Hakeem, Olajuwon, and Karl Malone in here.
Say chamomile.
We got Chamomile. No, we got Karl Malone, Utah Jazz. Massive Utah Jazz player, and we also got Hakeem Olajuwon from the old Houston Rockets. Not rookie cards, probably not worth a lot, but still cool cards. 7 foot tall Hakeem Olajuwon. He'd have to duck coming into the office.
You would. 100%.
100%. All right. You not bored yet?
I'm actually not.
If you're not bored, that's good, because it means probably people won't be bored. So what's your, I mean, I can probably answer this for you already, Steve, but Joey, not so much. What's your biggest downside to the virus, other than the obvious people getting sick and stuff like that? Like, what are you missing the most? Obviously, your concert's a bit of a downer.
Festivities.
The festives, the live music.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, the live music scene's going to be impacted, and it was already struggling as well, so big impact for them.
Yeah, the industry is going to be changing a fair bit.
Yeah.
For the live music scene, which isn't great. But yeah, I mean, we're all copying it to some extent.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with retail, but there's not a lot you can do about it. You just gotta.
Retail's already out of fashion as well.
Yeah, a little
Most
bit.
people just probably buy online these days.
Not a lot in that. You know, interesting fact. I think only 30% of Australians buy online.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So it's just there's a lot more choice. So because there's more choice, and there's more places to go, it dilutes people. I think a lot of businesses will get caught out, actually. All right, back into another pack, because that last pack had Vero in it. Utah Jazz, Mark Eaton doesn't mean a lot to me. Wow, there's a lot of collector's choice in this one. Scott Gillis, a bit of Dominic Wilkins, and we also have Ron Harper. So they're definitely not rare, because we're getting a lot of them. What's really frustrating me a little bit is the fact that we keep getting all these Chicago Bulls players. Oh, there's another hologram. Is there been one in every pack? Are we overplaying the hologram?
No.
Oh, it's a double though. We've already got it.
Oh, really? Ooh.
David Robertson, straight onto eBay, that one.
That's the horizontal one.
That is the horizontal one.
Right.
Tim Hardaway. I wonder if he's any relation to Anthony Hardaway. Probably not. Someone might be able to tell me that. Someone who's a bigger basketball fan. You know what? I actually wonder if people will be out there who are big basketball fans and collectors looking upon us as committing a crime.
100%. Absolutely.
The good news is there's another box of these coming.
For more crimes to be
For more crimes to be committed. But we're going to get some we'll get some tops and a few different brands as well.
Nice.
And some other stuff to do this with. Washington Bullets, Bernard King, Who Richards.
Steve.
Yep, I did.
Okay. Cool.
Parents didn't care. What else we got? Johnny. No. So what did we get done this week?
Oh, too much.
Lots of stuff done this week.
Heaps. Did a new website.
New website almost finished. Race Magazine, episode up of the Mighty Mirage. And
We did all the YouTube thumbnails.
yep,
Made a content bank of like, I don't know, maybe 20 times 5, like almost 100.
I reckon
I'd say 80 to 100 different image ad posts.
I reckon we pumped more content out than we have for quite some time, but obviously it helps when we've got an additional person.
Indeed.
How was your first full week?
Oh yeah, pretty good. Yeah, getting used to the hours and that.
Another Jordan hologram.
Wasn't used to that, but it's pretty good these days.
Getting used to it, that's good.
And it's chilled out here too, so it's not like too strenuous or anything.
No, we want to keep it that way. You can't necessarily do your best work when you are stressed out.
That's it.
And Big Steve turned 28?
27.
27.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
No, that's fine. Just getting old.
Just getting old. But
But I was 28.
are you getting nostalgia buying stuff from your childhood old?
No.
No. So then you're not that old.
That's true.
And actually, you've got heaps of time. Magic Moments. This could be interesting.
What was that last hologram?
As a double, it was a Jordan double. So a jam.
Weird.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you know any of the ratios and rarities with these decks?
No, not yet. So you used to be able to buy Beckett, which was a card pricing magazine. And so it was like the hot thing at school, like, because there'd always be that one kid, and it wasn't me, who could get like the Beckett. So they'd have the Beckett and you'd study it.
Basically a black book.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like the guide. So they'd study it and know all the details, and we'd all be left out in the cold, not knowing what's worth what. So a few more of these collector's choice cards. They're really, Dennis Rodman. Wow, look at how young he is. When was he born? 61. So he was 30. He didn't look 30. And he's got no tats. Surely that's got to be worth money because it's Rodman with no piercings or tats.
So he was born in 61.
Yeah. Well, these cards came out in 91, Steve. So in the picture, he's 30.
In the picture, he's 30.
Yeah.
Now, sorry.
No, not
Blast
now.
from the past. Got it about
Wait, you are getting old, mate. So your memory might be sending you on. You know what I'm spewing about? I threw out what I did throw out. I'm pretty sure I threw them out was my movie card collection. So you could buy like a collection of like when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out, the cartoon version. You could buy the cards, but they'd come in bubblegum packs. So you'd get like 5 cards and a piece of bubblegum. So I collected the set of those, but it was not in good condition, the set. I'm gonna have to get some sleeves and stuff for these. Another Hakeem Elijah one. And I'm sure I threw them out. I had the whole Jurassic Park collection for the movie. There's 376 at least in this set, so we're going to need the second box if we're going to end up with a whole set of the main cards anyway. It does say 3D holograms randomly packed. So I think maybe you're right, just because we're opening so many, even though it's random, it's not quite that random. John Turner looks like a rookie card. Yeah, it is a rookie card. David Robinson, West Coast All-Star card. Hakeem Olajuwon, Isaiah Thomas, Molly Voigt, Sleepy Floyd. Oh, Clyde Drexler, have a look at that shot. Woo. Flying. Bit of Clyde the I just can't say it. Clyde the Glide.
Clyde the Glide Drexler.
That's his name.
Don't wear it out. So
Stop wearing it out. Yep, and yep. So I reckon we're getting halfway. So then do we keep the box? We've got to keep the box. You know why we've got to keep the box? Well, that, and I'll never make another box.
That's true.
A little bit, Bird versus Piston. Larry Bird, the Birdman. He's been in movies since he finished up. Dennis Scott, Sean Higgins, Jason Williams, who's that? Mike Brown, he's a tall looking dude. Johnny Newman. I'd be pretty happy if I got, you know what I need to look up, which I should have looked up before I got these ones, is the draft years. So who was in the draft in 91, 92? And so I can understand more about who they were, who was in it. Oh, that's a Jordan that I do not have. Collector's Choice, Michael J. So that can go into the folder. Orlando Magic, Chris, not what I was hoping for. Another Tom Chambers, AC Green, Dominic Wilkins, who's a good player back in the day as well. Baird Williams, Charlie Jones. What else can we get from early? What can we do from your childhood? Pokemon cards.
Tarzos.
Tarzos.
OG Tarzos.
You know, Reese
Okay.
brought in some Tarzos the other week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen one for like at least 10.
How?
But
You
they
know,
came from chip packets, though, didn't they?
they did, yeah. They came
Yeah.
from Samboy chips.
Yeah.
Do you know what also used to really annoy me, and they should have been able to eliminate it, is when you get that in a packet of cards, and it's literally card on card, and it's the same card. Particularly when you've only got $4 or
Hey.
$3, and you're buying a pack of cards. I don't even know how much they were back in the day. I don't reckon they were less. I reckon they were less than $3 a pack.
I don't know about basketball cards, but the Yu-Gi-Oh ones were $2 for a booster pack, yeah.
You pay about $3 for AFL cards
Yeah.
nowadays, yeah.
I know Magic
They're gonna be
cards-
worth a mint like in the future.
Oh, yeah.
The problem with AFL cards though is I think probably
It's a shit sport. I mean, what?
I think probably a few of the big name player cards would be but it would probably be restricted to like really avid collectors of sports memorabilia. But it's only a national sport here.
Yeah, yeah.
So like basketball, I mean basketball's massive now again. So I think because it's so big, there's like dads who are into it again because their kids are into it, and then you've got the cards and all the other stuff that go with it. And so like, oh yeah, I'll collect that because I remember him from when I was a kid and whatever. And then you've got the kids now getting into it as well. I just don't think that will happen as much with AFL. Like, there were AFL cards when I was a kid, about the same time as we collected these, but I didn't keep them. I threw them out.
Do you know if there's any players from back then that now have a kid who's playing?
I know because I don't follow it that much anymore. I know that I heard the other day that who was it? One of the guys wants to play on. It's LeBron. He wants to play on until his kids play.
Yeah.
Because his kid's like up and coming. That would be really cool. I don't know if there's ever been any father-sons in the same team in the NBA. I doubt it.
Wait, was it? Oh no, it wasn't LeBron. It was Kobe.
Nah, yeah, that was Kobe Bryant.
No.
It was devastating.
Pretty random as well. When I heard it, I thought it was a joke. It's just like, what?
Yeah, it's just
Helicopter.
devastating because of the circumstance that they were in. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine the feeling of, how brave you'd have to be sitting next to your kid knowing that that's going to happen. But anyway, there's enough with Corona without adding that to the mix.
Yes.
These collector's choice cards, I now remember these. I don't think anyone wanted them back in the day. So I don't know about any. I'm sure there would have been maybe father-sons in the past, but I don't know the average lifespan of a basketball player. I mean, your knees would get stuffed pretty quick from all the turning on the thing.
Why did Michael Jordan stop?
He actually ended up then wanting to go and play professional baseball.
But that is true.
So
As Jen weren't telling me forkies.
no. So he tried his hand at baseball and he tried his hand at golf. Oh, there's a Jordan
Golf.
that I do not have. NBA All-Star checklist. He's good at golf, just unfortunately not quite good enough. And he actually got signed to play baseball in the minor leagues, and never unfortunately made it to the major leagues. And
Did you play golf as well as you did baseball? Or?
no, because he just didn't play baseball as well as he played basketball. Like at the time, he was the man. So yeah, it was mainly that he didn't play it as well. So, which is fine. There aren't that many people that can switch sports and play professionally at a elite level.
It's true.
That's why, like, Elise Perry, yeah, he did. He went back and played, and then he ended up buying. He actually owns, and I may be wrong, so don't lynch me if I am. He actually owns the Charlotte Hornets or the Golden State Warriors, I think, now. He's a really successful businessman. And he either bought or owned or opened a franchise called the Wizards. which don't exist anymore, I don't believe. And he played for them for a little while, I think, to probably try and help bring money in the door. But he didn't play as number 23. They retired his number. I think when he went back to play for the Bulls, they retired his number. So he didn't play as 23 again. So his number sits aloft in the stadium as a shirt.
That's cool.
So, not getting a lot of joy here, which is why it's a little bit quiet. That answers the question as well about the holograms, because we are still not getting any here. Do I have buyer's remorse? No.
Good.
Do I have remorse for opening them? No.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would frustrate the living daylights out of me not knowing what was in them. And we were talking about those card auctions before. Magic Johnson, All-Star, wow. Again, I don't think any of these are really going to be worth anything, but that's not necessarily the reason for buying them anyway. Nostalgia as much as anything else. Kurt Rambis. Yeah, so you can, there's companies online that literally will allow, they'll label all the packs, they'll number them all. There's 12 cards in the pack, and they'll do a live bid on the pack. So they like start it now, ends in 2 minutes, and over the 2 minutes people bid for a position in the pack. Like I want the first card, I want the last card, I want the 6th card, and then whatever the card is they get it. So obviously as part of the auction,
It's whack.
the risk is that they get something good or bad. So like number 2 card would have got a David Robinson, there's a John Stockton in here, there's another consistent player from the 90s. Sean Kemp again. This Manute Bole card looks like a Jordan. Oh, we've got another David Robinson hologram. Back into the holograms again. And the rest of these are...
You have 4 of those now?
The David Robinsons, I think we've got 3. So, he was a good player for the Spurs as well. Spurs made the finals a lot. Most of the time they all lost to the Bulls though. Who else was big this time, this generation? Patrick Ewing, he was another big one. Played for the Rockets. Tim Hardaway. Michael Adams. There's only 1 card I'm looking for. And if it's not in here, I will probably be a little bit disappointed, but not too disappointed. Which is that elusive Jordan. See, there it is again. 2 cards, the same card in a row in the pack.
Golden Nuggets.
They were, yeah, they are golden nuggets, absolutely. Worth nothing. Alright, what do we got here? 6 packs to go in the reveal. Another Larry Bird, Collector's Choice. I wonder how many were in this set, Collector's Choice. Oh, there's 1 per team. As in like a set of Collector's Choice per team.
That makes sense.
Yeah, except that's a lot.
How many teams are there?
Well, there's 2 conferences. There's an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference. So I don't know how many teams there were in the 90s, but I'm going to say probably 36. That's my guess. If you know the answer, drop it in the comments. Karl Malone. You know what we're waiting for on this? Is to find that 1 card and get the live reaction. That's really what we're filming. That's again! It's no wonder UpperDeck went out of business. It's not the UpperDeck if they're all the same. I'm gonna get massively corrected as well. Someone's be like, UpperDeck haven't gone out of business. Idiot.
Well, I should.
Well, they should. If not for the colour choice of the packet and box alone, for any other means. Alright, more Collector's Choice, look at that. Another Hakeem Elijah one, that's not that bad. Rodney Marone, Roy Vaught, Terry Teagle, Ron Anderson, Charles Oakley, not Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, he wasn't bad, Jerry Reynolds, Walter, and Rex Chapman. So again, just whoever in the 90s would have got the end of this box would have been Devo. Would have wasted their $2. Kevin Duckworth. He looks like a big dude. Don't tell me the star. Oh, thought we had it. Just no good. Not a Jordan. Fat Lever. He's played for the Mavericks.
Okay.
That's got to have been a nickname, surely. And like it's just stuck. Another Clyde Drexler. I think that's why I was struggling with it, because calling him Clive Drexler. Just making his name up.
That would make sense.
That I make his name up.
Yeah.
I'm no good with names, so it does make sense. Is that one a rookie card? Terrell Brandon. I can't even pronounce the names, I'm that bad at it. Brad Doherty. The Minnesota Timberwolves, another Jeff Malone. Celtics. Lance Blanks. Interesting. Nick Anderson. No one. How harsh that we discard players in such a fashion, being no one, because we've never heard of them. It's harsh. Another John Stockton, the man that worked really hard. I reckon this is the year before Shaquille O'Neal was drafted. I just get the feeling that 92-93 is what I wanted. But I will find some 92-93 and bring it in to the party. So again, not a lot. And we are down to the last box. 12 cards per pack. An hour's worth of fun in the sun. Wilkins, Pistons, Mark Randall from the Chicago Bulls. You've broken my heart. You've broken my heart. So have you, Horace Grant. Oh, David Robinson card again. I think that's, oh. I mean, that's not a bad double up to get, because you could have traded one of those away back in the day, getting a double up of a David Robinson. But they're still disappointing. It's a double up. When was he drafted? 89-90, so these aren't his rookie cards. His rookie card was the year before. Picked up Rookie of the Year, 89-90. So there you go. So that is it. So we'll, from here, we'll dig through the ones that we got and have a little dig around on the internet and see what is what. But unfortunately, not the card that we're looking for. There is another box of these in their way on the post. In the way, what? On their way in the post. So hopefully they'll get here before next week. We may not unbox the same period cards next week, because that would probably be a little bit boring. We may even just film it just in case we get that Jordan card. But if we don't, maybe not use the content at all. We'll see how we go. So that was it. So unboxing Series 1, 91, 92 UpperDeck cards. I think next week we might do some tops, 92, 93 tops, or Fleer. I think I've got some Fleer 92, 93 that we can open up. And let's see what it brings and what the value brings, and yeah, go from there.
Sweet.
That was it. So Nostalgia Friday, done. Ferguson Group Media. Hit us up if you're after any social stuff. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Drop some comments. Let us know what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy. And if you're into basketball cards, yeah, let us know what you've still got from the early stuff. That'd be cool to hear. Peace out.